I noticed. I just went through it briefly. So I wasn't really too worried about it on ordering special parts or anything. That's kind of how we go based on. But yeah, no, everything was pretty cosmetic, pretty common. Just making sure all these doors work properly, like that cracked glass, that's a reglass. Right. Not like I can order a whole new windows. Right. And that fits within 48 hours. Exactly. There's the cover, the light switch, those things. Yep. The electricity's gonna jump on. So I'm not too worried about all this. Right. Yeah, no, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, nothing too significant. I knew they were just minor fixes.
Yeah, and it's something that we can show that I gotta just once they get here. No, they will be here for the final walk probably.
I hope so. I know we close right now on the 10th of July.
I believe so.
So I'll get with them to see. Typically, how many days do you guys?
It was based on 10 days.
10 days.
10 days. When if I finish the list within 7, then But I like to give myself 10 days. The only reason why is because we're kind of busy right now. And I don't want to promise anything I can fulfill to anybody. So I'm just rather take my time. Like I tell every homeowner, I can pretty much address everything and repair anything if you give me the time allowed to do so. Yeah. But if you're in a rush because of a lease and whatnot, that's something that I gotta set up the right expectation so that way you don't be upset. At the end of the day, the goal is for the homeowner to be satisfied.
Right. And with them coming, again, I'll recheck as far as dates is concerned. But 10 days, they probably won't be here 10 days prior to closing.
Oh, no. So it's $10 to 10 days prior to closing whenever I send out the list.
Oh, gotcha.
But they're more than welcome to come by many times or whenever they want to. And I tell every owner, if you want to stop by during the weekend and if you see something new, just let your sales agent know or your realtor. Okay. That way that info can get to me and I can address the issue beforehand.
Of course.
But if you were to tell me that day of closing or the final walk, and it depending on the grade, like if it's something that I got to order a piece or something, I probably wouldn't be able to fix it then. But if it's something minimal that I can call some people and address it right in front of you, then we could do that.
100%. And I do plan on doing that. It's the week of their closing.
Yeah, that's fine. Just come through.
So, because like I said, they probably be here a few days before.
Yeah, for sure. So right now the 23rd.
Yeah.
So I'll have this week, next week to address everything. They can come in that Monday, the 7th, or whenever they get here, pretty much. But based on the third party, I'm not worried. It's just a cosmetic thing. So
exactly.
They can't do work.
Of course. Perfect. Sounds good.
I'm sure you're familiar with this. So whenever you want to get started, we can.
Okay. Is there anything specific how you guys like things marked?
To me, it's like pretty common, just like anybody else. If it's a paint touch-up, we'll put a simple blue tip. If it's something that's damaged or drywall related, we'll put an X mark on it. For example, the one left.
Yep.
It's a knife mark, so I don't want to paint over it.
Okay.
When we go through, just check out that all the doors latch properly and they work properly. If there's any of them that don't, just put an X mark right on both the doorknobs. That way, my true carpenter can distinguish that that's the one that needs to be adjusted. Okay. Yeah, and the paint, if you put a simple blue tip, the paint is going to paint over. Or something. Exactly.
Yeah, I just know some people like the T or the X.
Exactly. To me, it's an X mark. Pretty self-explanatory. If there's areas in the living room or in the bedroom that obviously we don't want to be jumping or we can't use an arrow, I like to put an X mark on the floor. On that one, I just jump, but I'll put an X mark on the floor. That way, there's nothing wrong with the floor around the floor. They can look up and then
okay.
Again, exactly.
I'm so used to the arrows. No worries. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Well, then we'll just start. Front doors, walk in.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Hi guys, you guys will notice that I have sped up the process so that way you guys are not watching hours and hours of me just blue taping your house. But anyways, just some highlights in regards to what's going on. Obviously, I check the interior walls and ceilings, of course the paint, that there's no missed spots, drips, or inconsistent color, that the drywall has no cracks, nail pops, or any dents or rough patches. Corners and seams are smooth and straight. And of course the baseboards and trim, no gaps, full paint coverage, surely attached. So just making sure that those items are good to go, as you guys will notice. Also looking at the floorings, making sure that the tile and the hardwood floors have no chips, any cracks, or any boards that are loose or unevenness. Carpets, of course, making sure that there's no stains or any loose edges or any visible scams on them. So also looking at the transitions to make sure that it's smooth between the different flooring types. Also continuing with the doors and windows, making sure that all the doors and windows open and close properly. And of course, if they lock and latch, and making sure those work as well. Doors are, of course, making sure that they're properly aligned with no sticking, weather stripping in place, and making sure that they are not damaged as well. In the bathrooms and the kitchen, I check the cabinets and the countertops on the cabinets, making sure the doors and the drawers open and close, aligned, and no scratches, and that the hardware is present if they came available with it. In this case, no hardware is present, so we're good with that. Countertops, making sure that there's no chips or scratches, they're properly caulked, and making sure there's no residue of the glue that's been used as well. Appliances and fixtures, of course, I pay attention to those as well to make sure that they're installed, and making sure that they're undamaged, and tested if possible, which Rusty did during our inspection. The faucets, the showers, and the tubs, I run the water just to make sure and check for any leaks. Again, just to do my due diligence, making sure that the hot and cold function as well. Flush the toilets, check for any leaks as well. The sinks, make sure that there's no leaks underneath, and that the drain stoppers work as well. As far as electrical is concerned, just making sure that the fixtures that are installed are working, making sure the light switches come on and on when you actually flip them. Also do a quick check that the HVAC vents don't have any damage in them, as I can see, and then the thermostat operates correctly. And of course, in the final walkthrough, I will make sure that the filters are installed and accessible, so that way you guys know where they're located as well. Other miscellaneous items are the attic access. I did open the door just to make sure that there's no issues getting access to that. And of course, Rusty has already checked the insulation and debris up there whenever he did his inspection as well. In the closets and the shelvings, I want to make sure that everything is secure and level. Of course, also did a walkthrough on the exterior, making sure that the paint and siding have no chips, cracks, or any uneven paint. And if they did, they are marked with the blue tape. Also, the windows and screens, making sure that they open and close smoothly and none of them's broken, and that the screens are intact. Also check the doors, of course the front door, and of course we addressed the back door. Of course the garage doors also operate properly, making sure the paint and the weather stripping is intact as well. I can't get on the roof, of course, and there are no gutters, so I know that Rusty had put some notes on his report in regards to the roof as well. But as far as that's concerned, I did not see any visible damage or debris from my view from the ground. Also check the driveway and the sidewalks, make sure that there's no cracks or any uneven sections or stains there, and that the landscaping is good to go. The sods, the plants, and the irrigation is installed as contracted. The sod and the grass is looking really good right now, and of course we've had some rain here in Texas. Of course, I'll address any final touches at the final walkthrough just to make sure that the home is clean and there's no construction debris that's left over from the site. So that way, when you guys do arrive and move in, everything is good to go. I want to make sure that all the appliance manuals, garage remotes, and keys are collected. All issues documented with photos, of course, and the blue tape as you guys are seeing here. And I want to make sure that the builders acknowledges any issues and provides any repair timelines if there's anything additional moving forward.
to me, it's a fresher look when you caulk them.
Yes.
That way it can look cleaner.
Well, it's
So I do.
yeah, I see what you're saying there.
Mhm.
So canvas the wall. Still seams to the baseboard. Yep, there's some of that cotton. Replace damaged baseboard. Yep. Second coat. Replace.
Is it just stuck?
It's
I
a
noticed. Okay, I didn't see the dent.
Yeah,
Okay,
gotcha.
gotcha.
It's a dent. So
Gotcha.
it's right on the edge. Now, if it was like on the surface, on the face of it,
Right.
it's probably, but since it's on where that molding is at,
Mm,
right on
yeah,
the edge,
I see what
it's
you're
gonna
saying.
be hard to even match it. So I'm not even gonna attempt to do it.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Awesome.
It's just a team meeting, just going over the houses.
Okay.
And pretty much the update on the house when we're trying to set up the final walkthrough and all that.
Right.
But in this case scenarios, I will let her know that you will get with her.
Okay.
Just to confirm availability when the owners want to stop by. Not necessarily meaning that's the final walkthrough.
Right.
That way they can feel comfortable if they see anything. That way it can give me those 4 days. If there's something that I gotta fix for them, I can do that.
4 days before.
Well,
Or.
the closing's at 10, so I'm thinking that Monday
Mm-hmm.
it's a good time. I don't know when they're gonna get here again,
Yeah.
but if they happen to get that weekend before, you want to come in on Monday
Yeah.
or Tuesday, just a couple days prior to closing. That way, there's something missing or something they caught.
Yeah.
It's a new set of eyes, so they're gonna see something.
100%. And I typically like to come the day before closing anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Just to,
Yeah, for sure.
for me. Just to make sure nothing, because you already know.
Yeah, no, you never know. We
Closing.
I've done final walkthroughs and then my dryer is missing. I'm like, it was just there. Like, what happened? And I have to make move some.
That's awesome.
around. So,
Yeah, and we noticed that the fridge is in now and the garage door
Yes.
opener is in. So
all the
that-
appliances have been installed. Yes, sir.
perfect. All right. Well, sounds good. Thanks for your time, Christian. I
No,
really
thank you for your
appreciate
time and your patience. So as of now, I'm just gonna leave the update to the sales team that we're gonna do the final walkthrough the same day of closing, but the homeowners are gonna come in days prior just in case if they catch something, they'll let me know right there and then instead of the final walkthrough. But I also like to bring a painter with me on site during the final walkthrough,
Right.
because cosmetic items are not covering their warranty.
it. Right.
So I like to help out a little bit the homeowners, because you never know. Like you said,
Oh,
people are gonna be working here, stuff that wasn't there. They can have dirty hands, stuff flat paint. They'll just
Yeah, those little things,
exactly.
for sure. Do you know? Do you do those final walkthroughs typically in the mornings? Because I don't
So-
really know what time they schedule.
So it just goes based on when we set up the final walkthrough. So all of mine, I go based off 10, 12, and 2. The reason why is because if I do a final walkthrough at 10, it usually takes from 30 to 40 minutes. That beats the traffic during
Oh,
the
yeah.
lunchtime trying to get to the other side of town. If I do it at 12, the people will be coming back from lunch to work, so you have a clear path to the other side. And then at 2, you beat it right before people are getting off work. So
That's good.
I
good.
learned that helps a lot of people. So
Yeah.
I just leave it at that. It gives me time for me to get here at 8, making sure the house is done. No surprises, because you never know. And I can at least have, 2 hours to fix the shape.
Before
forbid,
close.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'll do that. I'll just confirm with my clients just to make sure what day they actually get it.
Sounds good. Yeah.
We'll get with Norma.
Awesome.
Everything on
Yes.
Okay.
No problem, guys.
Well,
Well,
thanks, Christian.
thank you for your time.
Appreciate you. No, thank you.
And I will see you soon, man.
Yes, sir.